another episode of The Follow-Up. I'm Eden, and it's my dad Noah, and every week we sit on my bed and have a conversation about something we want to talk about. And this week we're going to talk about video games.
Alright, so you like video games. You don't play a lot of video games, but
I like mostly iPad games.
Yeah, so what precipitated this conversation?
So today we went to a museum called the Paley Center?
Yeah, Paley Center for Media.
Okay.
Yep, on 52nd and 5th in New York.
They have a gaming center there. Xbox, PlayStation.
Nintendo Switch,
I don't
computer
even know the
games.
rest. Yeah.
They have a VR room, but you have to be 12. Yeah.
And that inspired it because there are so many games there, so many different things. Things have evolved so much over time. And
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, so you never got into... Alright, so, I know at school, Minecraft is popular, but you haven't gotten into Roblox. But what games have you liked to have played on the iPad over the past few years?
time.
Yeah.
Diner Dash was fun.
Diner Dash was fun.
I used to play that.
Mm-hmm. And the goal of that was
serve as many customers as you could, correct orders as fast as you can in the quickest amount of time.
Yeah. Okay. There was a
goldfish game I used to play
Mhm.
a few years
the Goldfish brand.
ago. Created.
Yeah.
It was called Goldfish Go-Karts, and you had to race.
Mhm.
And I used to like playing that a lot. And then another company, I think, took over part of it.
Oh, yeah?
Or something like it, or they changed it or something. But that was a fun game.
Mhm.
And now I really like playing this game. It's called Super Stylist. And you have to run a business, and you have to meet your clients' needs. You unlock levels, and you design their outfits for them. So you're a designer.
Mhm.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. And we tried NBA 2K on the iPad, and I kind of like playing it on the iPad, but it was simply just to hold the iPad. It was just too big and heavy for your hands to do that with, which is something I found even when I would try to play Xbox, and those controllers are just so big. So, all right, so today when we went there, in the past we've played other games, and we'll talk about that, but what did you like today that we played?
We played the Mario Tennis. That was fun.
For Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
Yeah, and what I thought was fun about it was it was fairly simple.
It was 3 buttons.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you could have used more, but you didn't have to.
No, it was the simplest version which we played was use the arrow keys to move. You push A to just hit, and another button. I forget the top one.
Wait, the 4 buttons.
Whatever the top one was just even harder.
No, the top one was a lob, and then I think the other one was maybe a slice or something to keep it lower. Yeah, fairly simple. Yeah. Yeah, and all right, so
which is good because I can't ever memorize what every button is. I need two. I had this hand. I had this hand on controlling the hitting
the action.
The action.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this hand just moving the arrow key, so I could just keep my thumb in the center. I could just move it. This one, it was just one button here, the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so when I started playing when I was a kid, we had that Atari system where it was just the joystick and fairly rudimentary games
It's easy.
I think Pac-Man and then also Space Invaders. And then we got Nintendo, which I got from Little League.
Yeah.
If you sold the most, because I remember telling my parents that I wanted Nintendo, and they said, "Well, all right, we'll figure out how to get it." And if in Little League, we used to walk door to door to sell raffle tickets to people. And
what was the raffle?
The raffle you would get. The raffle was for gift cards or gift certificates for stores or other things. I forget what the grand prizes were. But if you sold the most raffle tickets, you won whatever the amount of money was to Kitty City, which was also like a Toys R Us. And
Nintendo's there?
Exactly. So, and the amount of money that you could get from the grand prize get Nintendo. So I won. I sold the most. So I went and got Nintendo. And then, but Nintendo was awesome, but it was just the arrow pad on the left, and then AB, 2 buttons. Pretty simple very simple to learn how to play, and then have your base in video games. But what we have found is that trying to play games now, if you don't have a system at home, you're not playing all the time, it's almost like you need to be an expert to play.
Right.
Which is tough, because you discuss the struggles, like how much you like NBA 2K and why you like it, but the struggles that go into actually playing it, and it's not like we're doing it very often.
Right, like I really like it, NBA 2K, but just like playing those like few times we go, so, like I'm not playing every day because I don't have it at home, and there are so many buttons, and it's just really hard because if you're not playing consistently, all the buttons, the controller, there are so many that even just moving your hands is fast enough is hard.
Right, so you've got the keypad on the side or the little joystick.
There's
and then,
2 joysticks.
And then there's the L1, L2 in the back, and then R1, R2 in the back. So you're holding, and then you have the 4 buttons here.
You have 4 buttons here, then you have then you have the 2 joysticks in the middle, then you have some button over there, I think.
Yeah, so so to play, it's almost like there should be a basic mode where you can just all the other buttons don't matter, and you can just play and enjoy it. But it makes me feel like you need to be an expert. Like even I played.
I'm not an expert in games.
I played Madden, which I used to play all the time in college, and then I played maybe 2 months ago when we went to Paley.
Yeah.
I couldn't kick. Every extra point, every time I scored a touchdown, every extra point just went like that. And I think Chris Collinsworth is the announcer, and he was saying, I don't know if we've ever seen anything like this. And like I just kept missing it this way. I couldn't, and all my kickoffs, right out of bounds. I just couldn't kick. So I don't know where the future is for just casual people playing.
Right,
I don't know enough about it.
I feel like it's more like iPad games.
Maybe.
Like that I play. The ones I played, I had no idea what to do. And like I caught on.
Right, you can figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, and then there's some other games that what might help is if you were to play games that used the keyboard, that you can attach to the iPad and use the keyboard, so that might help you with dexterity on like just moving fingers around faster. That might help. And then also, obviously, typing. But what about? I was going to ask you about other games. Are there other games that you've seen or that you even wanted to play, or you hear kids talking about that, like, oh, that sounds interesting, or that you've seen maybe in Week Junior or anything like that?
Most kids, they just talk about like a Roblox and Minecraft, which I'm not really interested in that much. I don't really like see a lot about games because usually just like when I see like this game is real for PC or like Xbox and blah blah, I like stop reading.
Well, for PC it's for the computer, so you could, yeah.
True, but like
I understand what you're saying.
For like Xbox, and I like kind of stop reading.
Yeah. What about Roblox and Minecraft don't interest you? Because we've never said like, oh, you should play it. You just said I'm just not interested in it. What about it doesn't interest you?
Like I tried playing, I think Minecraft. Like,
how about try not saying that?
Okay. There's just so much on there, and I feel like it's like you're building all these things, and like people are like chatting, which is weird, and like trying to friend people. I think the whole thing is like
so you mean like talking to other people that you don't know?
No, or just like even people you do know, and like trying to friend people and creating like this. Like, even in, like, Minecraft, I don't even know these games, really. Mm-hmm. But, like, I feel like they're just so complicated. There's so much to them.
So that
And a lot of the games that people talk about, that I hear about, are all fighting games. I don't really have interest in those.
oh, I got you. I understand that for sure. So and also maybe that it would take so long to get good at this game that's just not how you want to spend your time.
Right.
Oh, that's certainly understandable. What about then
Or like a game that I don't have to spend that much time on.
Yeah, I get it. You just play a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
What about do any of the games impress you more now that you've done coding for a few years and it's creating games and everything that goes into making even a very simple game that you're making, and then think about whoa, hold on a second. Bryce Harper in the baseball game, they can make it look exactly like him, and this is everything that goes into that.
NBA 2K.
Right.
Like I'm sure making every player look like that player I think for every player that probably took a while.
Yeah, right. And then all the other things that come with the code to make those games.
Like even just putting their jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
And like making the game.
Does it make you appreciate it?
Yeah, making all the effects, making everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like when this happens, this person says this. When this happens, this person says this.
Like I feel like now I think more like, wow, that took a lot to do this.
Mm-hmm.
That. Or like, maybe they, like, sometimes with simple things, like really simple games. Like sometimes I might think that, maybe I could code that. Like the really, really, really simple things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know,
it's like an appreciation for things, like
like
art.
Like you were talking, I know you were telling me earlier, like about Space Invaders.
Mm-hmm.
Like something like that. Like, I could probably code a version of that. Like, not the exact game, but like, something comes down and you want to try to avoid it, basically.
Mm-hmm. What if we coded something for the podcast that every time you said like, then there was, I don't know, maybe slime hit you, or you felt a pinch, or you got flicked, or
That's fine, that's
or something like that.
That's fine, because I can get you back, so.
No, it won't be anything like that. No. Okay, well, I'm glad you enjoy them, and yeah, this was fun. I really liked them as a kid, but just played them at different people's houses. Like I remember when Todd got Sega, I used to go to his house to play Sega, and at Ben's house we used to play a certain golf game on the computer, and at my house we used to play Nintendo, and then a different golf game on the computer. And then in college, in people's different rooms, they had different games, and you would play Madden, or you'd pause it and then go to class and come back and play. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe who knows what they'll have, and have some sort of virtual reality headset. I'm sure at some point when you're in college, everyone will be walking around, no one will be looking at each other. Everyone's gonna be in their own world.
Everyone,
I love you.
I love you.